I mean, it's exciting. He's reinvigorating this whole 9/11 truth movement, and is letting people know he's pretty much reversing the course of history and changing the tide that we're all going against right now. And it's incredible knowing that big-name celebrities like Charlie Sheen are putting everything on the line because they believe in something bigger than anything. And it's amazing seeing people come out of everywhere to support this message of truth.
Absolutely. Well, he wanted to do it because he's sick of seeing the 9/11 families being used by the government, saying, oh, the 9/11 families want a police state. They want wars. When the head of the biggest group, Mr. Doyle, on this show 3 years ago said the majority of them think it's an inside job, and they've protested around the White House, and I've talked to the families and the survivors, and the majority of them say inside job. And then the media will never cover it, just like they won't cover that 6 of the 10 commission members said it was a criminal fraud.
And exactly, and the majority of the victims' family members, especially the ones that work with We Are Change and are part of We Are Change, they are just sick of their loved ones being used to prophesize an agenda of war and slavery and intolerance and ignorance. And we're taking that name back. We're going to be doing that just like we do it every year on 9/11 with the victims, with the rescue workers, with the survivors, with police and military in the streets of New York City. Every year we take the name back for what it really is, and we take justice in our own hands, and we do what should have been done years ago and helping out those people who are lied to about the air quality down at Ground Zero.
Absolutely. Well, the big news, Luke, is not just his letter or Charlie coming on the show. We're going to be airing a never-before interview with him next hour. The big news is that he is calling for a declaration of truth against the lie of 9/11 and a call to arms in the info war. Did you hear that?
I did not hear that, but that's incredible news, and I'm really very excited to hear that.
Luke, start telling us. We're going to break in a moment. We'll do one more segment with you. Start telling us about 9/11 events this year.
I mean, we're going to start off tomorrow. We're doing a street action starting at the Council on Foreign Relations. We're going to David Rockefeller's house, marching all around New York City tomorrow. And then we're going to have an event with learning seminars where we're going to teach people how to be activist journalists, how to have technology to help the info war, how to grow their own food. And we're going to get ready for the big day. That's September 11, 2009, 8 years after the tragedy of 9/11. We're going to have a huge demonstration.
WeAreChange.org. Stay there. We'll be back in 1 minute. People got mad about Obama wanting to federalize education and start indoctrination seminars. That was in the original document. Are really going to get upset. USA Today, 911 education to be initiated in schools all over the country and with federal funding, brainwashing them with the official story, inducting them into the police state. Let's go back to Luke Rudkowski of WeAreChange.org, the founder. Big events coming up in New York and around the country. Find out about it at WeAreChange.org. Luke, tell folks, you've got what John Fugel's saying, host of America's Funniest Videos, a lot of other people that are going to be out at the events this year.
Yeah, we're going to have Comedy Central Comedians. That's a big event happening this Saturday that we're having at Cooper Union, a big 1,000-seat hall. So we're going to have comedy. We're going to have mainstream hip-hop artists like Pat Poose and other surprise guests coming in. Willie Rodriguez is also going to be there showing sneak peeks of his new film. It's going to be a great event this Saturday, and all the profits, all the money made is going straight to charity, helping out the sick and dying policemen and military men and firefighters who need the help more than ever this year. And it's going to be an incredible show. We're doing street actions every single day. We got the permits in hand. We got the bullhorns ready. Everybody come out to New York City. Is going to be an amazing experience. And it all started 8 years ago, and we have to make sure we finish it off here in New York City. This is the belly of the beast. This is where it all happened, and this is where we want it to end. And this is where we're going to go full force in the streets, dropping info bombs every single day, at the same time educating our activists how to be effective journalists, how to be effective activists, how to talk to the police, and at the same time doing something that should have been done years ago, and that's helping out those in need, and showing the police and military that we stand with them in the struggle against the elite, the New World Order, whatever you want to call them, and making them understand that we are here for them, and they should be with us in this stand, in this struggle against all this tyranny that we are facing.
I can hear a lady out there, and you're going to college, you're doing a TV show, you're about to start a mainstream radio show in New York, 22? How old are you now, Luke?
I just turned 23 a couple weeks ago. So
23, so look at an example of what one young man who saw my police state videos and woke up has done. What, you've been active 4 or 5 years now, Luke?
Yes, for about 5-6 years now, and we can do anything. I mean, anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. And we have to understand that our destiny is in our hands. We could do anything we want as long as we believe in it. And what we want, we can make happen. And we all have to understand that defeat is not possible unless we make it possible.
Absolutely. And people can find out where you're going to be, where the demonstrations, where the rallies are going to be, all of it at wearechange.org.
Yes, We Are Change. Everything's on there. We're doing a money bomb on September 11th and September 12th, raising money for first responders on our website as well. I'm asking people to come out to contribute. We're going to have live video streams of everything happening in New York City starting tomorrow at David Rockefeller's house, at the Council on Foreign Relations. We're going to be hitting the streets hard. We got the permits in hand, and it's just going to be an incredible week coming up this tomorrow, starting off everything. I just can't wait.
Folks, get to New York. Let's have it be the biggest ever because, Luke, in closing, have you seen all these news articles, how they're going to indoctrinate all the kids in schools nationwide about the official story and teach them how to be slaves and teach them the police state's good?
Of course, and that's why you have the mainstream media running hit pieces against us, because it's a part of their indoctrination. They're doing everything they can. They're pulling all the stops to make sure our message doesn't get out. And our message is so powerful because it's so true, and there's so much love within it that it cannot be stopped. So they're doing everything, indoctrinating the kids, putting out major mainstream hit pieces against us. But they cannot stop us. They know they can't stop us because this idea, this virtue, this humanity within us is coming out, and there's nothing stopping it.
Luke, I want to get live reports from you on the street Thursday and Friday. We're going to have Manny Badillo on with a petition to get a real 9/11 investigation at the city and state level, all coming up this week. Thank you so much, Luke Rudkowski.
Thank you so much. It's going to be incredible. Hope everybody can come out to New York City. It's going to be worthwhile. We're going to take everything back.
All right. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
You bet. Another hero, Luke Rudkowski. A lot of courage. Charlie Sheen coming up. Never before heard interview.